Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and today we're going to talk about the upcoming race this weekend for the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. Now, before we get into it, here is the schedule for Friday. Here is the schedule for Saturday. And here is the schedule for Sunday. Now, I've always mentioned that Silverstone is not one of my favourite places to spectate at, but I will be there on Saturday for the sprint race and qualifying. So if you do see me, do come up and say hello. But, I'm going to stick with my picks from the podcast on who is going to win. But, it is fair to say you would expect Marc Marquez, Alex Marquez and Pecco Bagnaia to be somewhere within the top spots. If you look at it, Marc is sitting quite comfortably now, 22 points in the lead ahead of Alex, who, had a DNF in the last race. Also, Pecco needs a really big weekend this weekend. I think he really needs to measure and beat them both. 51 points behind Marc now. Definitely needs to start turning the tide. Will he show up on a 24 with a 25 engine? That is the biggest question right now for me. Then we have the battle of the VR46 teammates. Morbidelli, 11 points clear of Fabio Di Giannantonio, so it will be interesting to see how they will go. Johan Zarco, 72 points, putting pressure on Di Giannantonio. Yes, the race win really did help in the points there, but again, it will be interesting to see him. Fabio Quartararo, of course, can't wait to see Fabio in the flesh. Fermin Aldegar is one of the riders I'm really looking forward to see, as well as Pedro Acosta and Aya Agura. Really looking forward to seeing those young fellas. I haven't actually seen them in the flesh going before. Vinales does normally go well around Silverstone. Did take his first win on the Suzuki, if you do remember. Bezzecchi, the Aprilia, normally does go well around Silverstone. So it'll be interesting to see, can he hit the ground running there. Luca Marini and Brad Binder, Enea Bastianini always also goes well there. So it will be good to see them with Marini and Binder. Binder's always up for a fight, and it just depends which Marini shows up. Is he going to show up and fight, or is he just going to show up and be one of the field riders? We just wait and see. Alex Rins does go well here as well. Remember that historic win against Marc Marquez in the final lap. Jack Miller, can't wait to see Jack in the Yamaha. Obviously, I think the last time I saw him was on the Ducati, so it will be good to see him. Big question of the weekend for me, will Joan Mir stay on the bike? Really needs to start doing it, so he'll get there. One of the things I'm really going to be also looking at is Samkit Chantra, to see how exactly he is riding, coming out of the corners compared to the others. I really want to get an understanding of, like, is he just, compared to the other Honda riders, even what is actually going to happen with him, or what is happening with him. Sometimes at the track it's easier to hear what the riders are doing. Obviously you don't always hear it when you're watching it on TV or online. So definitely looking forward to the Grand Prix weekend. If you are around there and you do see me, do come up and say hello. I won't bite the end off you. If Marquez crashes, it's not my fault. I know people will say that I threw a rock or something at him. No, I'm not going to be throwing any rocks. But look, I'm really looking forward to it. There's a lot of riders there need to start answering some questions for themselves and their own sanity at this stage. So it will be a very, very interesting weekend. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. Who is your fastest man on Friday? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.